Hello and good evening to all of you. Let's discuss some important current affairs of the previous 6 months. The very first one is India aging report 2023. India aging report 2023. This report has been published by United Nations Fund Population Activity or Population Fund Activity, UNFPA. But UNFPA was not the only institute which published it. It took the help, or you can say with the collaboration of the IIPA, International Institute of Population Activity. International Institute of Population Activity or Analysis. I am little bit confused. But this is located where? In Bombay, in Mumbai. It is a very renowned institute. Qualifying the entrance examination of this IIPA is as difficult as qualifying this IIT examination, or even more than that. So these two institutions, they published the India Aging Report 2023. And what was the outcome basically? The outcome was that the population, the aging population, means the elderly, okay, elderly are those people who are above 60 years of their age. On a certain day, I was listening the program in which Nandan Nilekani, the chairman of UIDAI, I mean right now he is not, but he used to be, he told that India is the only young country in this aging world. India is the only young country in this aging world. What does it mean? It means that in present situation, the population of the youth in India is more than any other country in the world. So the logic is very simple. If in a family there are 10 members and 8 of them are between the age of 20 to 30, or they are the youth, then what will happen after 30 or 40 years? Don't you think the family which used to be known as the youngest family, it would be known as the oldest family? Oldest family means the same people who used to be the young. What will happen? They will be the older one. So India, as today it is the only young country in this aging world, according to this report, by the year 2050, the population of the elderly people who are above 60 years of their age will be more than the doubled. As of now, the population of the elderly people is 14.9 crore. And by the year 2050, it will be how much? It will be 34.8 crore. So more than the double. And when the population of our country will be like this, the demography will be completely changed. And the plans and policies, one member among every 5 members will be above 60 years of the age by the year 2050. So what does it mean? It means that 20% of population of India will be above 60. And when the population will be doubled of the elderly people, then don't you think the government of India has to take care or redesign this national pension policy or this widow pension scheme or any scheme which is related to the elderly people? A huge amount of the GDP will be spent on these kinds of programs in the medical institutions and almost in every sphere. So these are the challenges for which India has to prepare, because this report has shown a mirror to India that by the year 2050, the elderly people in your country will be more than the double, which in comparison to the present number. So that's why this institute is quite important here, this IIPA, International Institute of Population Analysis, I think. Now let's talk about a book, and let me start with the book that is based upon the Gandhi, and the name of the book is Gandhi, a Lawyer. Gandhi, a Lawyer. This book has been written by A. Annamalai. A. Annamalai. Annamalai is also a mountain range in South India. But this is the person, as mountain ranges cannot write the book. A. Annamalai wrote the book Gandhi, a Lawyer. By the way, for exam's point of view, only this thing is needed. Rest of the theory which I am discussing, it hardly has any significance, but to fix some things into our brain for a longer duration, if the thing is related, then this elaboration may be useful. So basically this Gandhi, a Lawyer, this book which has been written by A. Annamalai is because Gandhi used to be the lawyer in his initial days. He also fought the case in South Africa of a businessman who was from Gujarat, but his work at that time was in a very minuscule level. His only job was related to the translation, because in South Africa the main lawyer he was not aware with the Gujarati language. So Gandhi's, as he was in that time eager to get a job somehow, so he got a job of the translation. So he was translating the Gujarati to the language which was needed there. In this book, it has been elaborated that the objective of a lawyer should be the conflict resolution. Whosoever is in the profession of this lawyer or in the judiciary related to this one way or the other, his main focus must be in the resolution of the disputes, not to earn the money. It was the objective of Gandhi when he was in his legal profession, and this A. Annamalai is saying the same thing, that you or the society needs to learn that conflict resolution must be the priority of the lawyers. But nowadays what is happening? The just opposite. Conflict resolution is being placed aside and the money is coming almost in every perspective, before everything. So the settlement of money is happening, not the settlement of the dispute. That's why the people like Sunny Deol has to come Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq, Tariq pe Tariq. And that's why the countless pending, more than 3 crore cases are still pending in the Indian judiciary. Sometimes the decision come, we get to know that the person had already died 10 years before. So why it is happening? Because the conflict resolution, which was the objective of Gandhi when he was in his legal profession, has been completely sidelined. Anyway, Gandhi, a lawyer, a Annamalai. One more book is there, and that book is If I Survive You. This book has been written by Jonathan Escoffery. Okay, Jonathan Escoffery. Why this book is important for us? Because this If I Survive, written by this Jonathan Escoffery, this book had been the part of the Booker Prize. It was selected for the Booker Prize. Somehow it couldn't make its existence in the final list, as this year Booker Prize was given to whom? To Paul Lynch, who wrote a book called Prophet's Song. So the Prophet's Song won the Booker Prize. But this book had also been in the list. And if something had happened, who knows, this book by Jonathan Escoffery could have won. But the reality is that this Paul Lynch won this Booker Prize. There is a scheme, and that scheme, by the way, this scheme belongs to 2022, 5th of September 2022. Anything you are recalling this 5th of September related to what? Teachers' Day. On this Teachers' Day last year, a scheme was launched by Mr. Prime Minister, that was PM Shri. PM Shri. Again, the acronym is hardly has any relationship with the word Shri. And why this? Because this belongs to 2020. Why am I discussing now when the year 2024 is knocking our door? Because recently Uttarakhand became the first state to execute this PM Shri. Uttarakhand. So what was this scheme? By the way, the PM Shri, PM stands for the Prime Minister, and Shri is School of Rising India. Pradhan Mantri is Schools of Rising India. Through this scheme, we will try to select 14,500 schools across India, and those schools which will be selected based upon a predefined criteria. Don't think that these 14,500 schools will be newly constructed. No. These schools can be from the Navodaya Vidyalayas, they can be from the Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, Kendriya Vidyalayas, or they can be even any school of the municipal bodies. The only thing is this: the school have to fulfill the pre-decided criteria. And if the school are qualifying that criteria, those schools will be designated as the PM Shri school. And once they are getting designated designated to this PM3 school, they will be provided the best modern facilities, the digital board will be there, the best quality of the infrastructure will be there, and everything which is possible best in connection to the education, those will be provided through this PM3 scheme. And as I always tell that education is the best weapon to change the nation, which is believed by your Prime Minister. That's why this thing is being done. Now, let's talk about an agreement of 400 million US dollar. 400 million US dollar. The government of India, and between whom? This agreement or this money will be used in order to have the rural, this urban development. For the urban development, this money for which the agreement has happened between the government of India and which institute? World Bank, IMF, Asian Development Bank, or none of these? It is Asian Development Bank. So the news is only this, but as the reference of the Asian Development Bank is coming, therefore we need to know something about this one. And Asian Development Bank, which is based in Manila, in Philippines, which was founded in 1966. And this Asian development, it was, you can say, it is the World Bank of Asia, because the development of this Asian Development Bank happened on the lines very close to the lines of the World Bank. The major share in this Asian Development Bank goes to whom? Options are China, India, Japan, USA.
Japan.
Actually, Japan and USA, they both share 15%. China is around 7% and India is little less than that of China. And that's how this ADB is being covered. Alright, now let's discuss a news that is related to the Asian Games. Asian Games 2023. By the way, it was supposed to happen in 2022, but due to COVID and all these kinds of problems, it was postponed. So Asian Games 2023, where it was arranged? It was arranged in Hangzhou, in China. Okay, Hangzhou in China. From India, more than 300 athletes participated, and this was the biggest participation from the side of India ever in this Asian Games. The flag bearer of this Asian Games from the side of India in the opening ceremony, Lavlina. The one was Lavlina and the other one was Harmanpreet Kaur. And in the closing ceremony, PR Srijesh. PR Srijesh. There are some important players. By the way, how many gold India won? Or total number of medals? Total are 107 and 28 are gold, 38 are silver, and the remaining one are the bronze. You can calculate. Some important players who shone like a star. One of them is Palak. Palak. It was written like this, Palak. So I was thinking, is it Palak? But it is Palak. She got the gold medal in 10-meter air rifle. Alright, 10-meter air rifle. And one is Parul Chaudhary. Parul Chaudhary. Parul Chaudhary earned the gold medal in 5,000 meter race. 5,000 meter race. She completed the race in somewhere around 15 minutes. So what does it mean? In how many kilometers per hour she was running? 5,000 meter. It means 5 kilometers in 15 minutes. So it means
30 minutes.
Yes.
30 minutes.
No. 5 into 4 it will be 60, and that 5 into 4 it will be 20. So 20 kilometers per hour.
5,000 में 15, 1,000 में 30 मिनट, 1,000
No,
मीटर
5,000 meter in 15 minutes. 5,000 meter in 15 minutes.
आधा किलोमीटर 15 मिनट.
5,000 meters in 5,000 meters means what? 5 kilometer.
5,000 मीटर.
5,000 meters. Okay. So this Parul Chaudhary and Palak Sharma for the 5,000 meter race, which was completely unexpected when you see the real race which was happening on the track. Because in the last 10 or 15 seconds, everything got changed. Because until the 15 minutes or passed, she was in the second position. Now let's discuss about some things those are related to the food, and the very first one is food safety state report. What is the food safety in our states? So there are 3 categories, and as you know, the first category is for the big states, the second is for the small, and the third category is for the union territories. So in the big state, which state is in the top? By the way, you tell me which state lacking the most in terms of food safety. Food safety index. State food safety index. It is Bihar. It is Bihar, one of the most notorious states in India, as it used to be believed. By the way, even now some people believe. However, so many things have been changed here, but still the improvements are needed, and there is always any scope of improvement, because no any state can be the Ram Rajya. And even if it is Ram Rajya, even then you will get the Ramada. And if the Krishna Rajya, then you will get the Kansa. So there is always any scope. The Bihar comes in the rock bottom. The state which is in the bigger states category, that is the Kerala. Okay. And in the middle state, smaller states category, who is in the top? Goa, Kerala, Goa, and the Union Territories, that is the Jammu and Kashmir. Jammu and Kashmir. So you need to remember the word called Kagaj. Kagaj. Kai stands for Kerala, Gai stands for Goa, and Jai stands for Jammu and Kashmir. Kagaj. So the bigger, smaller, and the Union Territory. The State Food Safety Index. Alright. Now let's discuss about the National Agricultural Science Congress. National Agricultural Science Congress. National Agricultural Science Congress. This, any idea where this National Agricultural Science Congress happened? Okay. All right. Let me tell you. Kochi, the same state which is in the top in the food safety index. Kochi. And don't you think this is National Agricultural Science Congress, as it is related with the agriculture? So some people will be sitting somewhere in a very remote place in Kochi. No, this meeting happened inside a hotel that is called the Lee Meridian. The minimum room for a night in this hotel cost 15,000 rupees at least. So in these kinds of places, the policies to double the income of the Indian farmers is being made. Kochi. The objective was to have the sustainable agriculture. Sustainable agriculture. Other than this, in this National Agriculture Science Congress, so many entrepreneurs participated who were running their enterprise, which was related to the agriculture, food processing, these kinds of things. So all those things were discussed. The main thing is this: how should we use our agricultural activities so that the sustainable development could happen forever. One more thing is related to the food, and that is the second World Food Conference. Second World Food. It happened where?
Delhi.
Yes?
Delhi.
Yes, in Delhi. In Delhi. By the way, this 2023, this year is also known as what? International Millet. Okay.
Millet.
Yes. So this World Food India, second World Food India rather, second. It was organized in Delhi. In Delhi, in the same place where this G20 summit took place. This called Bharat Mandapam. Bharat Mandapam. And in this second Food India, the state which was the, you can say, participatory state was which one? Netherlands. Netherlands. Alright. The objective of this second World Food India which happened in Delhi, the objective was that India wants to showcase itself as a food basket for the world or of the world. India wants to showcase itself as the food basket of the world. So in this second food India, which happened in Delhi, these kinds of things were discussed. They discussed about this international year for millets, as millet is a very cost effective and it also requires a very less amount of rainfall, and it can certainly provide the food security. By the way, this Millet Research Institute in India, where it is located?
Hyderabad.
Yes?
Hyderabad.
Yes, Hyderabad. Millet Research Institute located in Hyderabad. So, these were some of the current affairs related to the Pratyukta Darpan. In my next lecture, I will be discussing the remaining ones. Namaskar.